Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
what's the meaning of the black barrier? The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in a respectful manner, we'll take your plate.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
Some news summary at 12. My name is Hansen there represent.
Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life, that's what you see. I live a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life, that's what I live, you know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector, the educational sector, and the agriculture sector. Roads, connecting roads in this country.
We are calling international community to come to intervene for us because, like I just stated previously, we don't know who to trust.
Always make sure to turn on to our
Ria TV and listening to True FM 96.1.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
what's the meaning of the black barrier? The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in a respectful manner, we'll take your plate.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are.
A blessed good evening from Dupont Road in Painesville. Welcome to News Desk. 45 minutes of news from Liberia and other parts of the world. The top stories we are following tonight: House of Representatives mandates the review of all concessions in the country as proposed by Bond County Representative Myean Briggs Mentor. Judge Roosevelt Willie poised to make a decision in the landmark corruption case involving former Finance Minister Samuel Twe and others. Liberian Senate passes a bill establishing the Western Region University pending concurrence by the House of Representatives. And away from Liberia, the top judge in the United States has given temporary backing to the Trump administration's freeze on foreign aid payments as the administration faces a midnight deadline on Thursday to pay contractors, according to the BBC. The details of these developments, including the news bulletin, voices of the newsmakers, sports, are all part of this presentation. We're taking a short break to be back.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
Joining us, this news program is powered by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. At this point, we cross over now to Naketa Roberts for the news bulletin.
The Liberian Senate has passed an act to repeal the 2012 Act establishing the Bome County College to create the Western Region University. The Senate decision was triggered by a report from its Joint Committee on Education and Public Administration, Judiciary, Claims and Petition, as well as Ways, Means, Finance, Budget, recommending the passage of the bill. The decision is to improve access to higher education and contribute to development in the Western region. The bill, when concurred with by the House of Representatives, the Bombing Community College will be transformed into Western Region University based in Third-member Bombing County. According to the Senate communication, the bill also aims to drive economic growth in the Western region by developing a skilled population to support key sectors such as agriculture, mining, and healthcare, among others. Bombing County Community College is Liberia's oldest government-owned community college, awarding Associates of Arts degrees in various fields over the 2-year period. The Western region, which includes Bombing, Bapulu, and Grand Cape Mount counties, is among Liberia's mineral-rich areas with a growing population of approximately 408,567 inhabitants, majority of whom are young people. The Senate's decision to repeal the and pass the act is in consonance with Article 29 of the 1986 Constitution of Liberia, which grants the legislature the authority to enact laws. Meanwhile, Bombing County Senator Edwin Snow said the approach for the establishment of the Western Region University is to host students from Grand Cape Mount, Bapulu, and Bombing counties. Speaking to journalists on Thursday in Monrovia, Senator Snow revealed that the team leading the establishment of the regional university will be working with foreign partners for the success of the initiative. He further disclosed that the flagship program of this regional university will be nursing and agriculture. The plenary of the Liberian Senate has mandated its Committee on Commerce to investigate issues relating to rising prices in the country. The Senate's plenary decision was triggered by a communication from Sano County Senator Carlton Duncan calling on the august body to cite authorities of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry so as to seek remedy to the arbitrary increase in the prices of basic commodities. In his communication, Senator Duncan said the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, being responsible for the growth and development of Liberia's economy and international trade, seems to be reneging on its regulatory mandate of handling the market price. The lawmaker in his communication said the lack of measures to curb the rising prices of commodities in the country, coupled with the devaluation of the Liberian currency on a daily basis, is causing economic hardship. He added that for the Liberian Senate to possibly institute legislation that could remedy the situation, there is a need to cite the Ministry of Commerce and Industry and the Commerce Inspector General to appear before the august body to explain the cause of the currency persistent rise in prices of commodities. Judge Roosevelt Willie is expected to grant or deny ex-Finance Minister Samuel Twe and others' request to dismiss their criminal indictment on Friday, February 28, 2025 at Criminal Court C. Defendant Twe and others have since filed a motion before Judge Roosevelt Willie to dismiss the indictment drawn against them on allegation of stealing over $6 million United States dollars from the government of Liberia during the administration of former President George Weah. Judge Willie's pending decision, according to RCR judicial correspondent, is as a result of Wednesday's legal argument between defense and prosecuting lawyers, which was characterized by claims and counterclaims with the objective of convincing the court for verdict. Our judicial correspondent further said the pending ruling is crucial for both legal teams as it will determine whether the former finance minister and others' criminal prosecution will continue or will come to an end at Criminal Court C. Ahead of the court's decision, defense lawyers' 10-count motion to the courts, among other things, cited the 2011 Act creating the National Security Reform and Intelligence as their reliance to dismiss the indictment. Section 3F of the Act states that every member personnel or employee of the National Security Council shall be deemed a trustee of the secrets of the country. The application maintained that the over $6 million United States dollars that led to their indictment was used for national security operations. As such, coming to court to disclose any information will be in violation of the 2011 National Security Act. The internal wrangling in the House of Representatives has surfaced before the Supreme Court with upgrades from presiding justice in chamber of the Supreme Court. Associate Justice Shannon Clinton Johnson on Thursday issued the alternative writ of mandamus as prey for about 7 suspended lawmakers, challenging what they call their illegal suspension by the majority bloc without salaries. The mandamus, according to RCR judicial correspondent, is a special proceeding to obtain a writ requiring the respondent to perform an official duty consistent with Chapter 16, Section 16.29, that's 21(2) of the Civil Procedural Law. Our judicial correspondent said, as a result of Justice Johnson's February 27, 2025 writ, the majority bloc headed by Representative Rachel Cohn and the Ministry of Finance has been mandated to file their response on or before March 10, 2025 to the 7 suspended lawmakers' accounts, which will set the stage for legal argument as provided by law. The suspended lawmakers are Frank Safoko, Eugene Cully, Zenem Norma, Alex Noah, Marvin Cole, Abu Kamara, and Edward Flomo. Our judicial correspondent further said the 7 suspended lawmakers' request for a writ of mandamus came in the wake of Associate Justice Yamin Wesse's statement in Nimba County that the Supreme Court's opinion has since questioned Representative Rachel Cohn's speakership as they could not form part of President Bouakar's annual address at the Capitol building. Mines and Energy Minister Wilmer Pay says the poverty that Liberians are engulfed with is man-made and not the destiny of the country. According to Minister Pay, Liberia as a nation has enough resources that can better the lives of the citizens, blaming the underdevelopment of the country to lack of leadership. Minister Wilmer Pay revealed that over the years, there was serious interference in the workings of the Ministry of Mines and Energy, which he said has since undermined the sector. Speaking Thursday as guest doing a prayer service organized by the Liberia Diamond, Gold and Mineral Brokers Union in Monrovia, Minister Pay paid special homage to President Joseph Boakai for expressing no interest other than making the mining sector productive for Liberians to benefit from the mineral resources. Meanwhile, Wilmer Pay boasted of several reforms at the Mines and Energy Ministry, ranging from procurement of equipment for proper monitoring, among others. He disclosed that the ministry is also in the process of recruiting mining engineers and geologists to be deployed in the mining counties to monitor companies and license holders in line with the mining law of Liberia. For its part, the board chair of the Liberia Diamond, Gold and Mineral Brokers Union, Omaru Sangare, thanked the leadership of the Ministry of Mines and Energy for the level of transformation in this shortest period. Chairman Sangare therefore called for unity among members of the entity for the betterment of the union. The program brought together government officials, religious leaders, traditional councils, and members across the 15 counties. A pro-democracy group, InfoQuest Liberia, has alarmed over significant gender disparity in the legislature. As means of enhancing legislative accountability and responsiveness through increased monitoring and advocacy, the organization, with support from the Irish Embassy, commenced its gender-sensitive legislative monitoring project in January of this year. Giving its January progress report at a news conference on Thursday in Monrovia, InfoQuest Acting Executive Director Ezekiel Allen disclosed lack of gender-sensitive bills for sections held in January. According to him, the organization monitors assigned at the legislature captured 6 females compared to 43 males sessions in the month of January. Allen further underscored that much is needed to be done in reaching the threshold of 30% female representation as provided by law. Over 200 children under 5 years old in Town Electoral District 2, Grand Bassa County, are unable to attend school due to the absence of a school building. According to Ernest Dean, General Secretary of the Town section, the nearest schools are too far away, and the joining pose a significant risk due to speeding vehicles and the inability of young children to safely cross roads. He said parents have decided to wait until their children are 7 or 9 years old before sending them to distant schools like Reverend Gardiner or Joseph N.M. Badi Elementary School. Mr. Dean said previously an elementary school existed in the area but was forced to close due to financial constraints, including unpaid teachers' salaries and delayed tuition payments. He's urging the government to construct an elementary school in Town, which is the largest community in Nekre with over 400 residents. And out of Liberia now, the top judge in the United States has given temporary backing to the Trump administration's freeze on foreign aid payments. Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts' intervention came as the administration faced a midnight deadline on Thursday to pay contractors. Officials had argued that they could not process the payment within the time frame set by a lower court judge. Since coming to power in January, U.S. President Donald Trump has taken quick action to end many aid programs, largely run by U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, and placed most of its staff on administrative leave or sacked them. The Trump administration is seeking to shrink the federal workforce and cut costs in a drive led by Elon Musk. The billionaire Trump advisor asked millions of bureaucrats over the weekend to list their accomplishments for the past week, sparking furor among the workforce and disagreement with officials leading the departments. That's our CN News Bulletin. Is back to Marka Davis.
Ria TV, True FM.
Ria TV, True FM. On Ria TV, into True FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier? The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll keep your later.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
News Summary of 12. My name is Hansen Present.
Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank.
Tonight, it is a regular feature here on News Desk. If you're just joining us, the top stories we are following tonight: House of Representatives mandates the review of all concessions in the country as proposed by Bon County Representative Myean Briggs Mensah. Judge Roosevelt will be poised to make decision in the landmark corruption case involving former Finance Minister Samuel Toye and others. Liberian Senate passes a bill establishing the Western Region University, pending concurrence by the House of Representatives. And of the home front, the top judge in the United States has given temporary backing to the Trump administration's freeze on foreign aid payments as the administration faces a midnight deadline on Thursday to pay contractors, according to the BBC. To this development now, the Liberian Senate has passed an act to repeal the 2012 Act establishing the Bombing Community College to create the Western Region University. The Senate's decision was trickled by a report from its Joint Committee on Education and Public Administration, Judiciary, Claims and Petition, as well as Ways, Means, Finance and Budget recommending the passage of the bill. The decision is to improve access to higher education and contribute to development in the Western region. Meanwhile, Bome County Senator Edwin Snow said their push for the establishment of the Western Region University is to host students from Grand Cape Mount, Wapulu, and Bome counties. Speaking to journalists on Thursday in Monrovia, Senator Snow revealed that a team leading the establishment of the regional university will be working with foreign partners for the success of this initiative.
In the past, we see every county is trying to have a university. We don't criticize in that; it's their choice. In our case, we try to have a regional university. That's the difference. So instead of going to say Marco University, Cape Town University, Bome University, we have a regional university. We'll be using our network, ECOWAS, to have teachers exchange programs. We started talking to the faculty staff at Fabric College in Sierra Leone. We also agreed that the social and corporate development funds from the three counties, Cape Town, Bapul, and Bome, portion of those amounts will be put into the university. We want to build three dormitory facilities. One will be hosting students from Grand Cape Town County, will be called the Cape Town House. One will be hosting students from Bapulu County, will be called the Bapulu House, and the other one from Bome, and one more so now. So as well, Bome is big. It's not just top member. The university is hosted, or it's coming from the Soy Marker, from Third District, from Queen District, from Durham District, outside top member. Coming to top member for school, we have somewhere to stay. We intend to make this a success story. We'll also be working with our foreign partners. Senator Amar Conan has already started some engagement in the United States, where we can begin to work on laboratory and lab-bearing facilities, so that we can have it. As you know, Bome County has been credited, the community college has been credited, one of the community colleges with the best nursing program in the country. Will be awarded several times. So we want to elevate that to better standards to see if we can get more laboratory and other equipment for our nursing college, so that we can be flagship of the university will be our nursing program, and of course agriculture. So again, I just want to close by thanking our colleagues in the Senate for what they did today, and I want to appeal to the House of Representatives to please see reason to, German will say, to retaliate. So to go likewise, to do what the Senate did today, so that we can, about next calendar, next academic year, the Western region will have a university where our students can enroll and begin their form of undergraduate programs.
Yes, Senator Edwin Snow speaking to the press today after the Liberian Senate passed a bill to repeal the 2012 Act establishing the Bome Community College to create the Western Region University. The Western Region includes Bome, Wapulu, and Grand Cape Mount counties. The Senate decision to repeal and pass this act is in consonance with Article 29 of the 1986 Constitution of Liberia, which grants the legislature the authority to enact laws. It now remains with the House of Representatives to either concur with the Liberian Senate on the passage of this bill. At the Senate, the plenary has mandated its Committee on Commerce to investigate issues relating to rising prices in the country. The Senate's plenary decision was triggered by a communication from Sino County Senator Creighton Duncan calling on the August body to cite authorities of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry so as to seek remedy to the arbitrary increase in the prices of basic commodities in the country. His communication, Senator Duncan, said the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, being responsible for the growth and development of Liberia's economy and international trade, seems to be reneging on its regulatory mandate of handling the market price. The lawmaker, in his communication, said the lack of measures to curb the rising prices of commodities in the country, coupled with the devaluation of the Liberian currency on a daily basis, is causing economic hardship for the Liberian people. Mines and Energy Minister Wilmot P. says the poverty the Liberians are engulfed with is man-made, not the destiny of the country. According to Minister P., Liberia as a nation has enough resources that can better the lives of the citizens, blaming the underdevelopment of the country to what he calls lack of leadership. Minister Wilmot P. revealed that over the years, there were serious interferences in the workings of the Ministry of Mines and Energy, which he said has since undermined the mining sector. Speaking Thursday as guest during a prayer service organized by the Liberia Diamond, Gold and Mineral Brokers Union in Monrovia, Minister P paid special homage to President Joseph Boakai for expressing no interest other than making the mining sector productive for Liberians to benefit from the natural resources.
Trump decided to suspend usage activities around the world. Many people began to panic, but I'm not panic. I'm inspired. I was in Cape Town, South Africa, attending this year's International Mining in Durban, which is the biggest mining gathering and in fact the most important mining gathering in the whole world, showcasing Liberia's mineral potential to the world. And I wrote on Facebook and said, we don't need aid, we need trade. And we too, giving what God has given to us. And as I always say, whenever I have the opportunity, if God wanted Liberia and Liberians to be poor, He was never ever going to place those minerals beneath the soil that we are sitting on and place us on this soil. So the poverty that we have is man-made. It's man-made. It's not our destiny. We have everything that it takes to make this country great. And thanks to His Excellency, the President of Liberia, and I like to say everywhere I go, one thing that is critical for our work, and I will say it so people can know it, is that unlike over the years where there was interference with the work of the Ministry of Mines and Energy, let's get used to calling the Ministry of Mines and Energy rather than Ministry of Lands and Mines. Because the land portion is no longer there because we have the Nigerian Land Authority now. What is helping us and is critical for the little efforts we are making and we have made so far since we went to the Ministry of Mines and Energy is that we have a president who has no vested interest other than to make the sector productive and for Liberia to benefit from our resources. And it's very important because no minister, I don't care how committed, how patriotic, how determined, how honest, how brilliant, how wise you are, can succeed if there's interference that affects the work of the ministry. That is the problem we have had over the years. When you have a president who respects the law, the mineral and mining law of 2000 that says, and I quote, people who are not qualified to have mining rights. The president of Liberia, vice president of Liberia, the speaker, the deputy speaker, president, chief justice and associate justices and judges of even subordinate courts, members of the cabinet and other government officials at all levels, security agencies who are not qualified to have license because we can't be referee and player at the same time, and that has been some of our problem why the mineral sector of our country has not been properly managed.
Meanwhile, Minister Wilmot P. posted of several reforms at the Mines and Energy Ministry, ranging from procurement of equipment for proper monitoring. He disclosed that the ministry is also in the process of recruiting mining engineers and geologists to be deployed in the mining counties to monitor companies and license holders in line with the mining law of Liberia.
To suspend usage activities around the world, many people began to think, but not happy. I'm inspired.
My conference this year will be organizing the first ever National Mineral Sector Conference. During that conference,
the Brokers Association, the Chamber of Mine, all the stakeholders, the cooperatives, the mining cooperatives, we all will sit down and discuss and decide how we deal with our mineral resources. Thank God we have to arrest agenda for inclusive development. And one principle in the arrest agenda for inclusive development is that inclusiveness. So that's one way to make that principle work. So we have mineral sector in this country where we participate and we will agree and say this is what we want to do. Instead of just giving our answers to people, that is very relevant to us. We are going to start also sharing.
He is the Minister of Mines and Energy. We might pay the speaking Thursday during the prayer service organized by the Liberia Diamond, Gold and Mineral Brokers Union of Liberia. For his part, the board chair of the Liberia Gold or Diamond Gold and Mineral Brokers Union, Omaru Sangari, thanked the leadership of the Ministry of Mines and Energy for the level of transformation in the shortest period. Chairman Sangari therefore called for unity amongst members for the betterment of the union.
Mostly to unite our members, first. Second, to pray to Almighty God to improve our sectors. Because the improvement of our sector is beneficial to our members and the nation at large. So the reason behind this prayer service is to invoke the name of Almighty so He can bless our sectors. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but this sacrifice and this prayers, always doing it. We have taken a long times, we have not been, we are seeing the effect on us. There have been long times, no minerals coming, no deposits for gold and diamonds. So we deem it necessary to organize this program today to invite the whole nations, the Muslim leaders, the Christian leaders to come and pray for the nation and the governments and the people of Liberia so we can see more deposit. So the more deposit, more diamonds and more gold will benefit the Liberian people in general. This is the minister first in his kind, what he has done for us in this shortest possible time in terms of reducing our lesson fee. Because we have been hearing for this thing over the years. Because we told the previous minister that the more fee is, less people will take the lesson. But if you reduce the fee for the miners and the brokers, the more people, the more Liberian people will be brave to take the lesson. So we thankful to the minister and the ministry in general for their good work. We have more than 34 or 35 imams. We have more than 25 pastors and revenue. We attended this program and they all pray sincerely from their heart for this sector to open. Because if one sector is open in Liberia, they employ more people, more Liberian people, and more Liberian people employ, there's more job for the Liberian people and is beneficial to the people of Liberia.
He is the board chair of the Liberia Diamond, Gold and Mineral Brokers Union of Omaru Sangari there speaking during the prayer service organized by the union in Monrovia. The program brought together government officials, religious leaders, traditional council, and members across the 15 counties of Liberia. We'll little past the half-hour mark. This is a reminder you are listening to News Desk. News Desk is 45 minutes of the latest news from Liberia and other parts of the world. The top stories we are following tonight: House of Representatives mandates the review of all concessions in the country as proposed by Bon County Representative Myean Briggs Mensa. Judge Roosevelt will lead poised to make decision in the landmark corruption case involving former Finance Minister Samuel Twe and others. Liberian Senate passes a bill establishing the Western Region University pending concurrence by the House of Representatives. And out of Liberia, the top judge in the United States has given temporary backing to the Trump administration's freeze on foreign aid payments as the administration faces a midnight deadline on Thursday to pay contractors, according to the BBC. Well, let's now cross over to Edwin Batafoyan to bring us sports tonight.
Good evening, Marka Davis, and good evening, everyone. Leicester FC will battle Samaria FC in the quarterfinals of the Orange Cup at the SKD Sports Complex practice page at 1:30 p.m. beginning tomorrow, Friday. Discovery FC and Invincible 11 will come face to face at 4 p.m. at the same venue to climax the male category of the Orange Cup quarterfinals. In the female version, Shatter Angels will welcome the Tommen Girls in their third meeting and the first leg of the quarterfinals at the Tusa Field in Gunnersville on Saturday, March 1, while Wargirls and Stages Queens will meet in the second match at the same venue. Basso Girls of Buchanan City in Grand Basso County will take on senior female professionals in the third encounter of the female Orange Cup category, and Rivier Angels and F Angels will climax all of the female matches at the Tusa Field on Saturday. And away from Liberia, Manchester United goalkeeper Andrew Onana is in the spotlight again after his error led to Ipswich Town taking an early lead in their Premier League game on Wednesday evening. United rallied and eventually won the game 3-2 despite being down to 10 men, but the mistakes has regenerated the debate about the Cameroon international. The 28-year-old endured a tough start to life at Old Trafford, but appeared to have turned a corner earlier this season when he had the most clean sheet in England top 5 with 6 to his credit. Argentinian under-20 midfielder Claudio Echeverri said he spoke with former Manchester City striker Sergio Aguero before agreeing to join the Premier League champions. City signed Echeverri for $12.5 million from River Plate in January 2024 on a 4.5-year deal, but loaned him back to the Argentine club to continue his development process. He spent the start of 2025 at the South American Under-20s Championship captaining Argentina to a runners-up finish. Echeverri at 19 is the 12th Argentine to sign for Manchester City. It is now available to play for the club, having joined up with Pep Guardiola's side. And Real Madrid 1-0 win at Real Sociedad on Wednesday was briefly stopped just before halftime by the referee after the home fans directed chance at Luz Blanco defender Raul Asensio. That chance of Asensio died were aimed at the 21-year-old defender, and he was substituted at halftime of the Copa del Rey semi-final first leg, with manager Carlos Ancelotti later saying the player had been affected by the incident. Well, that's it for the sports. Well, sports is a regular feature here on News. More news tonight. The pro-democracy group InfoQuest Liberia has alarmed over significant gender disparity in the Liberian legislature. As means of enhancing legislative accountability and responsiveness through increased monitoring and advocacy, the organization, with support from the Irish Embassy, commenced its gender-sensitive legislative monitoring project in January of this year, giving its January progress report at a news conference in Monrovia on Thursday. InfoQuest Acting Executive Director Ezekiel Allen disclosed lack of gender-sensitive bills for sections in January. According to him, the organization's monitors assigned at the legislature captured 6 females compared to 43 males during sections in the month of January.
This project focuses on enhancing legislative accountability and responsiveness through increased monitoring advocacy. The project, which began at the 18th of January, therefore focuses on tracking gender-sensitive legislative engagements and monitoring lawmakers' responsiveness to gender-related issues and promoting civic engagement on gender-sensitive governance. In the first month of the project, which was January, InfoQuest made significant strides inclusive of formal engagement with legislature, securing official approval for operations, and initiating discussions with key stakeholders such as the Speaker's Office and the committees on gender, health, in education. As part of the project implementation, InfoQuest developed a interactive digital monitoring platform that provides real-time data of its project implementation and its monitoring activity. So what we do basically, we monitor the legislature, regular sessions, and committee meetings. So currently we have 4 monitors at the legislature, 2 females and 2 males, considering that this is a gender sensitive project. We also have to take into consideration the gender dynamics of the team that is developed to be assigned at the legislature. On January 30th, the first session revealed significant gender disparities in legislative representation. During the course of that session, 43 male lawmakers were present and only 6 female. That also underscores the high disparity in terms of the gender imbalances in the legislature. And this is something that happening not just this legislature, but over time with the limited number of women representation in our body politics.
Ezekiel Allen is the acting executive director of the pro-democracy group InfoQuest Liberia, presenting the monitoring report from the legislature. In Grand-Bassa County, over 200 children under the age of 5 years in Duan Town, Electoral District 2, are unable to attend school due to the absence of a school building in their community. According to Ernest Dean, General Secretary of the Duan Town section, the nearest schools are too far away and the joining poses a significant risk due to speeding vehicles and the inability of young children to safely cross roads. Dean has been explaining more to RCR Grand-Bassa County correspondent Sa Deyuga.
Self-support because government not helping, and then most of the parents they are not able to pay their children tuition on time. So you will not get somebody who will be teaching the children, then you can pay the men. And the government who have their own family how to support them. So you will not take your own time go and say teaching people at the end of the day, you can't earn anything. So at the end of the day, the other person will get weak and then leave the work. So the hard school. And right now we planning, we want to get a school yet because we got a lot of children in the places. How we are one of the fated, I got my children, even I had to take some of them from the places and send them beginner, even have help. So at least they can further education and other things. How many of them are here? Oh, we count them because I also work on the health side. Okay. If you're doing the statistic, we have over 200 children under 5 years in the town. Yeah, they go to school. Yeah, they not go to school because they can walk from here to go to Rebecca or Joseph and Bayou. So have you called the government officials in country? I can say some of them they are aware. Even though we now go on media, other things to call them, but during the campaign they came and we told them put the issue before them.
He is the secretary of the Duan Town section, Ernest Dean, there in conversation with RCR Grand-Bassa County correspondent Zan Deyuga. There on the report that over 200 children under the age of 5 are unable to go to school in the district, that is electoral district number 2, because of lack of school facilities in their area. Well, this is how we love to draw the curtains on tonight's presentation of News Decks. But before we go, these are the top stories we followed. House of Representatives mandates the review of all concessions in the country as proposed by Bowen County Representative Myean Briggs Mensa. Judge Willie poised to make decision in the landmark corruption case involving former Finance Minister Samuel Twe and others. Liberian Senate passes a bill establishing the Western Region University pending concurrence by the House of Representatives. And away from Liberia, the top judge in the United States has given temporary backing to the Trump administration's freeze on foreign aid payments as the administration faces a midnight deadline on Thursday to pay contractors, according to the BBC. Many thanks to all of you for your listening role. Thanks to those who follow us live on Real TV on Facebook, including Jeff Camor, Hens Chie, Desmond Krua, Don Theo, Bill Farr, and Ambassador Emmanuel T. Floyd, among others. Thanks to our reporters, correspondents, and all those who helped to make this edition of News Desk a success. Naketa Roberts read the news bulletin tonight. Edwin Batafoyan Brothers post on News Desk. Cooper Sanga, Sarah Control as usual and coordinated the sounds, while Myean Torgbean has been behind the camera. Thanks to our sponsors, EcoBank Liberia Limited and Orange Liberia. My name is Marka Davis. Good night.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM. On Ria TV, into True FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier? The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll keep your data Liberia.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
News summary at 12. My name is Hansen there represent.
Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life that what you see. I live a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life that what I live. You know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector, the educational sector, and the agriculture sector. Roles, connecting roles in this country.
Yeah, we are calling international community to come to intervene for us because, like I just stated previously, we don't know who to trust.
Always make sure to turn on to our
Ria TV and listening to True FM 96.1.